Alright, that works. Okay. I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone today. I could work on my projects I have going on and make a video for the YouTube channels. The YouTubes. And right now I am working on what's called memorial jewelry, but it could be anything you want it to be, because what it is see, it's a pentacle and it's hollow in there. The top screws off. See it? And you can put ashes in it. You can put a piece of paper with something written on it. You could put ground up crystal of your favorite or something, or your most protective, or you could... The person who bought the last one did a ritual with it. All their intent, her and her significant other, all their intent burned, and things, that manifest that intention with it. And then they took the ash, I believe, and then put that inside the pendant so that they're carrying around, whatever important thing they were doing in their ritual. That's a good idea. So you can get really creative. You can do all kinds of things with it. It's really a unique piece, and the fact that it's got a pentacle on it makes it very unique for us pagan people. Makes it extra special. I have one that it's just on a chain. I need to make a crystal neck piece for it, like in the style that I make the jewelry in, because it has my my dad's ashes in it, and I would like it so much better with crystals on it. That just makes it even better. Crystals always make everything better, always. So that's why I took to making the crystal jewelry. I think at some point we're going to graduate to making some of our own pendants, because the crow and her hubby are very crafty that way, and they have invested in a small forge, so they will be melting down metals and things to create different things. We keep thinking of more and more things to make on our own, because that was the idea behind the store. I know we do sell some, factory made things, except for our journals. Those are handmade. But we do sell some, bulk purchase type things that we have in the store. Because we want to be able to supply, the supplies that everybody always needs. And, but the purpose for the store was really for artistic people in our family to have an outlet to make and sell the good things that we're good at doing. So we're starting to go more that way. We started with the wands, and there's a couple more wands in the making. He's just been distracted by some of the other things that he's been doing, because he did several really lovely pendulums out of wood, and they're very cool. I love them. That gray one with the light blue top is calling my name. I really would like to keep that for myself. You'll have to excuse Diablo. He likes to out-talk me. Alright, quit it! Huh, he listened. Probably not for long, though. Let's see. Oh yeah, that blue. Ooh, I made it to be a psychic awareness. You know, I put crystals on it that would enhance your psychic abilities when you're using the pendulum. So that's a pretty cool pendulum, and I like it. I'm still at this point have it for sale in the store, but if nobody buys it pretty soon, I don't know. I might just take it, or I will have him make me one like it and do it again. But I guess I'd rather somebody have it. You know, I like the idea of our things that we hand make helping people out. You know, that's kind of what the whole idea was. So he has another really big fat pendulum in the working right now. He's been on the staffs right now. You saw that I posted the other day a staff that he made. It's absolutely beautiful. In fact, it's right over here. And I haven't put it in the store yet because we don't have a very good picture of it yet. And I need to figure out how we're going to photograph it. It's about 5.5 feet tall. So it's not easy to photograph, and of course the most of the detail is at the top where the crystal is and the beading and all that. But the bottom of it that you haven't seen yet is like stained and like blended. It almost looks like it's been in the ground, you know. It's cool looking. So I got to get that figured out, and when I do and get the pictures done, I will have that on the store. He has a second staff about probably more than halfway finished, and it's beautiful. It has symbols wood burned into it. It's another birch wood one, so it's that beautiful light wood, and he's putting the coats of clear coat on it now to protect it and give it that nice shiny smooth finish that it has. And then he wood burned some symbols. I know they were some symbols for the god and maybe some runes. I don't know. I can't remember what all. There was definitely the god symbol with the full moon and the half moon on top for the horns. So that'll be coming up too. We'll probably put them up at the same time maybe as soon as we figure out how to best photograph them. And yeah. There's that. Now, I've also been trying to get him to make a set of runes out of wood and like wood burned on there. I thought that would be very lovely and nice for somebody to have something like that. So that's also a project on the burner. It's a little hard to get all this stuff done, you know, because the crow and her husband, they have full-time jobs. And so their work that they do is you know, when they can. And oftentimes, you know, you can't because you got other things to do. The crow right now just doesn't get around to doing much of anything. I'm just dying for her to start working in clay. I think she could make some beautiful clay altar statues, and she's very good with clay. So, you know, one of these days, hopefully it'll happen. I keep pushing for it. And I have this lovely gold satin thread. I just love the satin thread, but it's expensive. And I got a very nice deal on a good amount. You pay a lot of money for a little, about enough to make 2 necklaces. And that's, you know what? I think I got too many. No, I'll do one more. Time to put some crystals on there. And it's always very tricky to feed the satin through the crystals. I use super glue on the end to make it not fray, so it won't fray constantly and get stuck and make it impossible to feed it through the bead hole. And then I stick through that super glued end of the cord. I put a bead needle through that so that it guides it right straight through that hole, and if you're lucky and the hole's not too small, you get your beads on. Sometimes it's, you know, hit or miss. Any hoonies. Also today I'm going to be working on the little skull. It's an iridescent crystal skull. There's a name for this kind of crystal. It starts with a C, I think. But anyway, I purchased 2 of these. Only one with this iridescent look, which is absolutely beautiful. I love it. And also, I'm hoping, I'm probably being a little bit optimistic today, but I also wanted to make the Thor's hammer for the men's department. Collection, department, whatever. Anyway, so we're doing that, and maybe I'll get all this done today. That would be 3 necklaces. That's kind of a lot, so I don't know. My hands have been very sore lately because the weather is so up and down, and I've not been too happy like that. Not at all. So today they felt a little better. I thought, oh, okay, I'll just try to get some stuff done and see how far I can go. So I don't know if I'll get all 3 of those done today, but I might. You never know. Maybe if I take a little break between necklaces or something. I don't know. That's kind of dangerous because then it's hard sometimes to get re-motivated to do it. So that's where we're at there. Magically speaking, you know, I belong to lots of the groups, and I see a lot of weirdness on those groups. The other day, someone posted on a group, and it was a Christian witch group, which I belong to, so that I can offer spiritual jewelry to them too. And where are you going to find blended Christian, pagan, witchcraft, Christian jewelry? You know, you're going to have a real hard time finding that. So I have taken on making some pieces for that. Anyhoonies, somebody in that group posted that they desperately needed a death spell. They're going to go kill somebody. Really? Are they going to kill you? Did they kill one of your family? Even then, you know, why wouldn't you call for a justice spell? Bring justice upon somebody who does something like that. But anyway, calling for a death spell, and there's actually a few weirdos out there that were trying to accommodate them. I mean, come on, folks. I know there's plenty of people out there that don't believe in, they don't follow the harm none, they don't follow the law of 3, which I call the law of return. And really, come on now, folks. I'm not going to tell you that you have to think this way, but this is why I believe in the law of return. For every action, there is an equal and greater reaction. That isn't magic. That's freaking science. And what you do can come back around to you, period. It's scientifically a proven thing. And so I always am looking to see, when I craft some kind of working, I am always thinking about whether or not I'm doing something that's going to come back and bite me in the butt. Sorry, folks, but that's the way the world goes. And I know that there's plenty of people who do not believe that, and I understand that, and no one's saying you got to believe it. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you might want to stop and think about that as you decide, you know, what kind of position you take spiritually and what you do to other people. And if you ask me, and it's just my opinion, but going around asking for a death spell on social media is freaking irresponsible. Not only to yourself, but to other people who might be new at this, who might be trying to figure it all out. Hello? That is, in my opinion, that is just not right. It's very, very irresponsible. So I don't care if everybody got a comment on that and say, oh, you're just an old woman, what do you know, blah, 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 blah. Well, sometimes I don't know much, and there's lots of things I don't know anything about. But one thing I do know about is that what you do send out into the universe has an effect on what happens to you. This I know in stone. So if you don't know it, you better take the time to find out. Because you might make yourself a very big mistake one day. And that's my rant for today, by the way, and my preaching. It's done. I'm done. I won't do any more. But I do see a lot of weird stuff, and that, I gotta tell you, was about the weirdest thing I ever saw. About the weirdest. Because if you gotta come on social media and ask a question like that, then you have not done enough studying and enough research and enough trial and error. Trial and error. Okay, now I really am done with ranting. Okay, I'm done. I'll go back to thinking about jewelry. There, I just put in a set. I'm having a whole lot of trouble. That is hematite and rainbow hematite in the middle. I'm having a whole hell of a lot of trouble getting this to fit through the freaking beads. I always have this trouble, and it drives me crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, I don't know. This necklace is now looking kind of iffy, and it's already started, so I really don't want to waste it. But anyway, I thought this looks like it's 1 millimeter, but I don't know. Maybe it's 1.5. I know I ordered 1 millimeter. I would never get 1.5. That's hopeless. You're never going to get beads through a 1.5. I don't know. This one I'm going to do on some cord, some black cording nylon cording that I have, and it's very easy. But I'm to bead through those. I'm going to not wear. I might do it all knotting with this because I have these lovely black beads with nice small holes that will fit through there, that you can tie a knot between every bead, which is really nice. And I like how when you do it like that, it makes the necklace floppy. Not stiff in any way. It's floppy and soft and movable. You know, I like that. So, oh, I like this. That's definitely going on there. It's I don't know if you can see that. Ooh, can you see it? It's a twisted piece of onyx. It looks pretty cool. That's going to go on this that I'm working on right now. I just got to figure out how the heck I'm going to get more beads on this because I can't get the needle through, the cord and the needle through anything. Poopy. Okay, I think I'm about done here now, so I'd love to one time do like a question and answer thing, but I don't really have a big following on YouTube. So I don't know, if there's some people who want to ask some questions and stuff, I'd be happy to talk about it. And at least what I know. What I don't know, I can do some research on. And I'd tell you, that I researched it. So if anybody's interested in something like that, give me a holler. And I guess I'll continue to see you on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook for now. I might do a live thing pretty soon, but I don't know when. Who knows? Maybe the urge will hit me tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, bye for now, and I hope you have a really great rest of your day.